I don't share Mr. Colley's height. So, hello everybody. I feel slightly fraudulent because I've not been here from the beginning of all your journeys. I was dealing with my own pandemic around the world in another place. I've seen quite a lot of the world and I've seen grandeur, but I have to say, the French do grandeur very well indeed. I look around here and think, yes, that's grand, very nice. I hope you feel it reflects the importance that each of you has to the community and to your parents and families here supporting you today. Speaking of excellence, it wouldn't be a school gathering without some reference to some old Greek person, so I'm going to choose Aristotle to start with. Plenty more to come. Those in my TOK class will know there's plenty more to come. Excellence is never an accident. I started the year with this one. Excellence is never an accident. It's the wisest choice of many alternatives. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. Now, clearly, Aristotle wasn't doing IB exams in the last 3 weeks, because I'm sure you're reflecting on chance, that right question coming up, you backed the right horse with the essay that you kind of narrowed it down to 3, or you took the right chances to take the most of your time to revise for them. We're all connected by choice today. Each one of us here is connected by choice. It was a choice to come to France, a choice to be in Paris, a choice to be in Ermitage. It was a choice to pose on the stairwell just now. It was a choice to smile, to project well, to walk proudly, to smile. It's a choice of your university destinations. It's a choice of what outfit you're going to wear later. It's a choice of how hard you're going to dance and what you're going to do for the rest of the summer period. Lots of choices. They connect us all. You've made so many choices already, but how many? Cornell University did a recent study. I say recent, I didn't check the date. There's a recent study, and they said 35,000 choices are processed a day by each person. 227 relate to food. I've seen you all in the kitchen. There's way more than 227 choices related to food. 191 billion decisions have been made up until you turning 18. Give or take the occasional genius baby who started early. Popular culture has lots of it, and it's funny that food does feature in the language celebrating choices. When we're looking at choices, we say to have your cake and eat it. In French, I learned, it's vouloir le beurre, et l'argent de beurre aussi, and another part of that phrase which I will leave. And in Chinese, you'd have yu yu xiong zheng bu ke jian de, which is to have your bear paw and the fish. Again, all related to having hard choices. But what kind of choices do we have? What kind of choices have you faced over the years? You've had Hobson's choice. Does anybody know what Hobson's choice is? Have you come across that phrase? Hobson's choice is related to a guy who used to own stables in the 1500s. I thought it was appropriate for Maison Lafitte. And he used to say that you can get a horse, the first one in the stable near the door, or none at all. That's your choice. So Hobson's choice is where you have a choice, but you don't really have a choice. It's one offer, and that's it. The second part of that, you've got a dilemma, which is where you have a choice between two undesirable things, but you have to pick one. Hopefully, none of you have been in that situation. Jean Buridan is a French philosopher. He said that a donkey, he's the one who coined the philosophical term of a donkey pausing so long, choosing to decide, do I have water or do I eat the hay? Again, food. It died in the middle of them both. So hopefully you're not indecisive in the future to paralyze your opportunities. How do you choose? That's the other one. How do you choose? Again, you are all IB learners. It wouldn't be the very end of your graduation without me referring to the learner profile. Yes, I know it's ingrained in your heads. Obviously, you'll be thinking of these. You've got principled, a bit of risk, calculated risk. You're balanced, you're reflective, you inquire, and you are going to be thoughtful in how you make your choices. Who do you choose for? For whom do you choose and make decisions? You choose them for yourself, clearly. You sometimes choose them for others, whether they want it or not, or whether it's in their best interest according to you. Most of the time, you may try to strike a balance to choose for yourselves and for the benefit of others. And there's a famous saying, say, if you choose beautiful choices, then you are a beautiful person. Maybe that's you. Reflect on that next time you make a choice. We also have to look at what are your choices. Now we've looked at that. What really do you have? You have 3 choices. You can act. So you take the moment, you take a decision, you act. Or you have a choice not to act. You do not take a decision. You do not do something. You leave it and hope something will happen. What you do have a choice in is to react. You always have a choice to react. Now, that might be a reaction to, let's say you're in a restaurant, again, the food theme. Clearly, I'm getting hangry like some of the students earlier. So, the food in the restaurant, you make a choice, some people they chose a different dish, and you regretted your choice because that looked better, and oh, I should have gone with that. It could have been something more serious. Epictetus is a Stoic philosopher, another Greek guy, and he said, happiness and freedom begin with one principle, and I share this. Your inner peace and your outer effectiveness start with being aware that sometimes you are in control of your choices, and others, you are not in control of your choices. That can make a huge difference to how you process that thinking. As you move forwards with your lives, if choices, as Edwin Markham, the American poet, he said, choices are the hinges of your destiny. You may choose or close and open doors depending on your choices. As you move forwards, it's very important that you remember, even when you feel you don't have a choice, you do. You can choose how you react, how you process, how you own that decision and the consequences, how you celebrate graciously, and how you continue to maintain your relationships with those who supported or even questioned your choices. I know in this room, I talked about excellence at the beginning, there's so much excellence, so much potential. I've been here only a year, but in my interactions with nearly every one of you where that's happened, I've left thinking that person is articulate, sassy, cool, confident, self-doubting but will go somewhere, creative, all of the things that I know are necessary for you all to succeed wherever you end up, making the right choices. Now, I'm an old guy stood at the front, and the Greek people were even older that I've referenced today. Maybe you live by a modern philosophy. Maybe it's Dua Lipa. Maybe you adhere to what she thinks about life. So I would just say, next time when you're dancing hard, and keep in mind when she tells you to, baby, dance like you ain't got a choice, then you know you do have a choice. And it's how you process and react thereafter. Have a great opportunity in life. Have a great day today, and have a wonderful time between now and when you make your last ever choice. Congratulations, class of 2023. Have a great day and life. Thank you. And now, I would like to, as we segue from my section on choices, 2 choices that went into the awards for the graduating class. All of the teachers were polled, everyone had conversations, and this is an outcome of different awards for different students for reasons you can see. I would like to cede the stage to none other than a very dear colleague of mine, and obviously someone you know way better as Miss Colley, and I'd like to invite her to the stage now. Thank you very much, Miss Colley.